Today I will be reviewing Helicon showstables.com, and the biggest lesson I'll be talking about today is making sure that your site is updated, which in turn will really showcase and show your potential customers the professional that you are in the industry. All right, let's get started. Hi there, I'm Ariana Lawson, and I've been building websites for going on 5 years now. I'm passionate about helping businesses authentically share their story online and at the same time create a website that is not only pleasing to the eye, but is also a powerful business tool. Now, if you're interested in seeing what it's like to work with me, you can go to studiorawebsites.com/EEM and see all of the information there. Now, let's get started on this website review. Okay. First things first, I'm going to take just 1 minute to walk you through the rating system that I'm going to use. So there are 3 main categories I'll be looking at: the design of the website, the copy or written content of the website, and then the overall user experience of the website. Now, there are 30 points total available for each category, and then each category is divided into 3 sections worth 10 points each, again, totaling to 30 points. Now, if I have any notes, I'll leave them on the side here. And then also you can take notes as well down here or on the side. And then there will be 10 points available for the overall impression, equaling a total score of 100 points. Now, I'm going to say this because I want to serve you guys well, and I want you guys to have the best websites possible. If you're scoring anywhere below, I would say a 65, it probably means you need to get a professional involved. Just like I wouldn't DIY training my horse or DIY building a house, I would highly suggest not DIYing your website and finding somebody who really knows how to design a really good professional website. All right, let's hop right in. Hello, today I will be reviewing Helicon showstables.com submitted by Molly. Okay, so to hop right into the design category, first thing I'll be looking at is fonts and logos. I'm looking to see that they are clean and legible and font is easy to read. So in and of themselves, the fonts are easy to read. However, they do feel pretty standard and very generic, and there are definitely better font options that could help draw a user in more. Same with the logo. I do think this is a cute logo. There are some things that could be done to make it feel more updated. Now, I noticed that if this is correct, the last time or when this was built was 2008, or the last time it was updated was 2008. So the typical website needs updating every 2 to 3 years to stay on track with current website trends, but then also current website needs. So if I'm being honest, an older site like this is going to have a really hard time performing in today's website world, because Google and other search engines are looking at these sites for the updates that it expects to see, and it expects to see certain things that, now in 2024, things are built and done differently than they were, 10, 15 years ago. So that being said, photos and elements. I'm looking to see that there are good photos that add to the design. So same with the photos. They do seem pretty, well, one, they're very small, so they're hard to really take in the quality. Let's press the photo gallery. So obviously you can press photos in the gallery, but then from there, all right, I guess I have to press back. From there, if I'm a user landing on this website, odds are most people are not going to click through a gallery. So, and obviously there's some people that will, but that's just a general thing with websites. Is galleries can be useful in some specific scenarios, but oftentimes you want to be using the photos in other ways throughout the website, so somebody doesn't have to click into a gallery to see your photos. So the photos do also seem outdated. My suggestion would be to find a photographer, ask them to come out, even if it's just for an hour, and take some professional photos of you with your horses And that will be gold for a website. It's for people to actually see updated professional photos of you working with your horses or working with your clients will really help bring a professional feel to a site. Okay, so as far as the next category, which is colors, I'm looking to see that there are 3 to 5 complementary colors and consistent elements. Elements meaning buttons. So the colors themselves, I see this like purplish, gray, and white and tan. So the colors themselves are complementary, they don't clash. As far as buttons, there are not really any buttons that I see across the site. So that right there is something that all sites nowadays definitely need buttons that are clear, strong call to action buttons that help guide a user through the website and doesn't just take a bunch of information and put it on a page. Is a good website is meant to guide a user through the journey, even if they don't realize what's going on. It's okay, they land on the homepage and then they see, a strong call to action button in the header of what you're about, and then it has a flow to it. So hope that makes sense. Now, moving on to the copy category. Okay, so with the copy category, I'm looking to, for this first part, looking to see that there is a clear above the fold copy and call to action. So basically that means that there's a clear headline that leaves no question on what you do and it's not focused on the logo, and there's a clear repeated call to action. So there really isn't any above the fold or header portion on this website. It is all kind of just squished together. So it is hard to say that it is hard to, look at any sort of header. With that being said, moving through the rest of the website, we have this come ride with us, and then the dedicated, loyal, and supportive family of boarders, students, and instructors that invites you to come ride with us. We greet newcomers with warmth and enthusiasm at the beautiful new facility, which opened in January 2003. Okay, so let me show you an example. This is an example of a website that I mocked up. And so this is an example of, a header section or hero section, and then a header, subheader, and strong call to action, and then the menu up here, and then, the website flows throughout. So really, this section, this hero section, is prime real estate on any website. And basically, being really intentional with what you say there and with what you put there is going to be key for your website. It really, when somebody lands on a website, it's the first thing that they see, and it needs to grab their attention, and then there needs to be a clear next step for them to take. Even if they don't take the next step, it's still planting the seed in their head of like, oh, okay, I saw schedule a meeting. And then, okay, I'm scrolling. Oh, I see schedule a meeting again. And it just really helps guide them. So moving on to customer-centered copy. So I'm looking to see that there's benefit-focused copy or content that connects with the pains and desires of your ideal user. So let's see. Okay, so far there does not seem to be much copy focused on an ideal user. Let's see. Okay, so something that I like to describe to my clients is when your ideal user lands on your website, you want them to physically or metaphorically take a deep breath or a sigh of relief and just, it's as if, they land on your website and they can see, I finally found somebody that is connecting with my pain points and my desires. And so them, landing on the website and then seeing copy and content that's like, hey, I can relate to where you're at 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And that really sets you up to be an expert and a guide. So even the About Us page, utilizing an About Us page, yes, to tell somebody about yourself, but then really strategically making it in a way that, again, connects with the pain points of your ideal user. So I hope that makes sense. Now, moving on to the last copy or category under copy is services and offers. I'm looking to see that they're presented as solutions to problems, and you have it clearly outlined how to work with you, and you have clear and concise offerings. So it doesn't feel like you have much clear and concise copy regarding your services and offers. So let's see, I can tell that you do pony sales and you have some sort of lessons, some sort of lesson going on. So really making it clear on what you do and how to work with you is going to be really key for services. So let me show you this page that I mocked up for services, a services section. Has the name of the service and the price clearly listed, a little blurb, and then exactly who it's for and what you get, and then with bullet points under. So it's really important for a user to be able to easily digest what you do and really not have to search hard for it. And then we have a testimonial. If you have any testimonials, those are gold for websites. And then we have this section, a little blurb, and then a strong call to action button. So this is a typical setup for a training section, and it's just really important, again, to have it clear and concise what you do. And then also perhaps having a section of, hey, these are steps 1, 2, and 3, or 1 through 5 on this is the very first step you need to do to work with me, and then this is what it's going to look like, so a user can know exactly what to expect. Okay, so moving on to the last category is the user experience. So I'm looking to see that there is a easy flow to the website and good use of white space, and it's pleasing to the eye. Okay, so there is not much of a flow to this website. I said it a bit ago, but something to be mindful of with websites is that they aren't just a place to put a bunch of information, but it's actually learning to strategically think about, okay, how can we design this website in a way that guides a user through it and strategically places the information in ways that, really draws them in. So as far as flow, let me show you again an example. This is the example website that I mocked up. So we have the hero section, a little blurb with some photos, and then another section with a strong call to action button, a little blurb about the about us section. Excuse my typo there. And then a little sneak peek of the services, a testimonials section, a steps or how to work with me section 1, 2, and 3, and then the footer. So that's an example of just a way a website can look for the flow of the website. And then moving along to information architecture, I'm looking to see that the information is organized and not overwhelming, and there is hierarchy in the copy and menu. So overall, I would say the organization of the site is pretty confusing. A standard website nowadays does have, the home, about, services, contact for a website like this, and then maybe, a few other pages under those. However, this navigation does feel pretty confusing and it's not easy to navigate. There's a lot going on here, and as a user, it would be confusing to come here and know what to do next. So let's see. Same with other portions of the website. There are certain things broken down in bullet points. Then there's a good header. However, breaking things down in good, small paragraphs, having a header and a small paragraph and then some bullet points or however it may be is really going to help a user digest the information and not just skip right over it, because humans were prone to, if there's too big of chunks of information or if it's not organized in a good way, our brains are just going to skip right over it. So moving on to the final piece is optimization. So I'm going to pull up the site on my phone. Okay, so overall, the site is also difficult to view on a phone. So having a site optimized for mobile devices is super important nowadays, especially with so many people being on their phones and viewing things on their phones. So right now, the basically it just looks like the desktop version on your phone versus it being optimized for a phone. So the text is really small and you have to zoom in to see things like that. So having a site optimized for mobile is really going to help Google as well, and help your website and your business be found. So Google or search engines and search engine optimization and all of that, it looks at a lot of different things on the site, but there are some really foundational things that it looks at, such as mobile optimization. So if a site is not optimized for mobile, it's really going to punish it and it's not going to bring it up to show users. So I hope that is helpful. Now, a few other notes. I noticed that there's no easy way to contact or get in touch. I know there is contact information here, but it is pretty standard on sites nowadays to have like a contact form where people can send in any questions. And then also on any sites nowadays that are collecting any sort of content, or I'm sorry, information, which as of right now you don't because you don't have any forms, but just to consider as you update your website is it's always important to have a terms and conditions and privacy policy page. Reason being is Google and the legal system is really cracking down on it, and any websites without those pages have been getting in trouble. And with that being said, I do have a software that I use with me or for my own website and then also for my clients that is really good. And you basically just put your legal information for your business in there, and then it goes on your website and it's there to protect you legally. So with that being said, I know that this has been a lot of information. And I also know that you said, Molly, that there was a family friend that designed or built this website years ago and that you're not able to access it now. So if I'm being completely honest with you, I would say my suggestion would be to get a new website. If this was built back in 2008, then it is a very out of date website and it's not going to do much for you at all in helping you, build your business. And my goal with websites is to, yes, help build aesthetically pleasing websites, but then also I want to create a powerful business tool for people. So I do help people with their branding, and then okay, let's really get clarity on the vision you have for your branding and your business, and then brainstorming and strategically designing a website to be, again, a powerful business tool that really converts and really showcases what you do and the professional that you are. So something that I always like to consider with websites is you can have the best services in the world and you can be, a great horse trainer. For me, a great such and such, or, I am in the web design industry, but, if I had, I might have all the skills in the world, but then if I don't have a website, or for you, if you don't have a website that reflects the excellence that I'm sure you're an excellent horse trainer and you're excellent in those portions of your business, but then having a website that fully reflects that excellence all across the board is what is really going to help really up level your whole website presence or your whole web presence. So I'm sure that you might have questions. Definitely let me know. And again, I hope that this was helpful. And hey, I get it. The web design world, the website online world it's a lot to take in and it's constantly changing. So that is where I would love to come alongside you and even just have a conversation, no obligation. We could just talk, see what it would look like potentially to work together. And if you would like to do that, you can go to the website I mentioned in the beginning, but it is just Studio RE Websites.com. That's my main website. But then if you do EEM, that'll take you to the portion for all the Steve Ross members. So, or equine, I'm tripping over my words, but basically the mastermind group. So anyways, again, Molly, I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. You can get a hold of me through the school group, through a direct message there, or again, through my website. So I hope you have a great rest of your day.